Hey church, I'm glad you can join me for today's daily devotion. The coronavirus pandemic has reminded me of the story of David and Goliath. It's a story that we all know well. Israel was at war with the Philistines, and the Philistines had a special weapon in Goliath. He was a giant, and his presence intimidated and brought great fear to the whole army of Israel. Now, you talk about people who were worried and filled with anxiety and fear. That's what these Israelites were like. They thought they would all die. Now, in our world, we are facing a common giant, a giant that's named COVID-19. We've seen what it's done, and we're worried about what it might do to us. And one of the biggest problems is that we don't know yet how to defeat this giant. But one thing that the story of David and Goliath teaches us is that the giant did not win. David did. And that reminds us that giants don't have the last word. God does. Now, David trusted in God, who is always faithful. David found strength and help in the Lord. Now, like David, we also find our help in the Lord. Now, sometimes this might not feel all that real to us, but those of us who have faced giants before, and I suspect we all have faced one kind of giant or another, I suspect that we know that God is somehow present with us, that God will help us overcome these giants, even in the worst of times. God will ultimately deliver us from every giant that we face. And that means we can find our victory by trusting in God. So in the midst of these very challenging times, remember to always rely on God, who never forsakes us and never leaves us. God is faithful, and that's something we can always count on. God bless all of you, and stay well.